Those of us who have experienced Jesus firsthand cannot just keep in quiet coexistence and not share what we know to be true with the world around us. I want to just preach out of this passage real briefly. Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. That's exclusivity. That's one way, one truth, one life, right? And you'll notice that immediately following it, the people around him doubted it. They said, well, questions like we always have. Lord, just show us the Father, and that would be enough for us. And he says, anyone who has seen me has seen the Father. He's claiming not only that he's the only way, truly, he's claiming I am him. God sent me to show you who would never understand this incredible creator to ground level to say, this is what I look like on your level. This is what God looks like in tangible form. And he also tells us two things that are pretty astounding here. He says that we will do greater things than he did. Anyone who knows the works of Jesus and what he did when he was on this earth can say, man, how can we do greater things than he does? You know what I'm saying? He touched and healed people. I've never done that. You know what I mean? And I think that part of what he's referring to is the fact that Jesus, he reached into the lives of 12 people so radically that they went, and today we're talking about him 2013 years later. But every person in the world was not reached. Through his people, through us, we will do greater things in that we will take this gospel to every nation in the entire world and reach all parts of this world. And today, in today's culture, you can see that we can do that through internet, through things like that. We can do great things with this gospel and reach and share that this is the only way, the only truth, and the only life. And he also says there, the second thing is he says, you can ask for anything in my name and I'll give it to you, right? And it seems like, man, I've prayed for things and I haven't received them. So how does this man claim that I can pray for anything in his name and I can get it? And the three key words in that is pray in my name. To pray in his name is to pray in line with his will, and I can pray for a sports car tomorrow, but if he knows that that sports car will cause me to have pride, will cause me to speed down the road, get tickets, whatever it might lead me to, he will not give me that sports car flat out. And so even sometimes when things just seem in line with his will, like, God, I know that you want to heal my aunt. I know that you want to save her. It's got to be in your will. You stand for life, da-da-da. And I pray and I pray and I pray, and my aunt dies. How do I accept that? How do I swallow that? And I do, because God's will is not our will. I can only understand what fits into my little brain and my little five senses, but God is beyond that. And I've seen time and time again that when I pray, apart from my own agenda, apart from, hey, I love her, she's my aunt, apart from anything that has to do with me, and I only pray prayers that say, you know what, God, whatever you want to do in this situation, I'm down with it. I just pray that I would be able to give you glory through it. Those prayers wash, and I see miracles happen around me when I pray in that way, and it has nothing to do with any selfish ambition whatsoever at all, anything. It's amazing. The world goes by the notion, I'll believe it when I see it, right? And a lot of people will hear this and they'll say that. They'll say, you know, I've put my faith in one of those other things or whatever it might be. And that Jesus thing you're talking about, I see he's changed your life and all that good stuff, whatever. But for me, I'll believe it when I see it because we're physical beings. We believe what we can touch, right? But the reality is that you will not see it until you believe it. You have to take that step. Jesus calls us for whatever reason that this is all based on faith. And when we take that first step and say, God, I quit. My prayer was a prayer of calling him out, of saying, God, if you are who you say you are, show me. Just do it. I'll take this first step. I'll quit all this stuff. I'll leave the girl. I'll start with a blank slate. If you can write a story better than the one I've written, just start. And he's done it. You know what I mean? Because we won't see it until we believe it. That's the reality of this world.